When we feel powerless, when the systems around us crush, it's worth asking, whose power are we witnessing? Are we seeing human authority, or are we seeing something that ultimately bends the knee to God's sovereignty? And then there is the climactic moment, the 10th plague and the Passover. The scene is raw and holy. Instructions to take a perfect lamb, apply its blood, eat in haste, mark the doorway. Life or death hung on obedience. That's not a small image. The blood on the doorposts was a visible act of faith, a chosen trust that put the household under God's protection. It was both terrifying and tender. It said, "We believe you, God. We will follow your way, even when it doesn't make sense on paper." What are we willing to trust God about in our own lives when the stakes feel just as high? Listen to this. The Passover isn't just an Old Testament event to memorialize, it's a prophetic shadow of Christ. The unblemished lamb, the applied blood, the meal that remembers and proclaims deliverance, all point to Jesus, the ultimate Passover lamb. When Paul writes that Christ is our Passover, he's telling us the story didn't end in Egypt. It crescendos in Calvary and the empty tomb. The Israelites' faith in an applied sacrifice spared them from death. What does it mean for us that Christ's blood covers our sin? How deeply do you believe in that substitutionary love that stands between you and judgment? But the story does not leave us in despair. The Passover reveals God's dual nature, holy and merciful. Judgment fell on the unprotected, yes, but a substitute was provided, a way of escape. That is the gospel in miniature. God's justice cannot be trampled, but his mercy makes a way. The call is active. Apply the blood, obey the instructions, step into the freedom God provides. Are you living as someone who's been covered and set free? Or are you still carrying burdens you were meant to leave at the door?